Good Wednesday morning, Market Chameleons. Everyone join us for the first time. Thanks for coming by and checking out the Market Chameleon pre-market show. Before we get started, let's take a look at the shared disclaimer. Be aware that neither Market Chameleon, Dimitri, or myself are registered investment advisors or a broker-dealer. If you're searching for investment advice, please reach out to a licensed professional. This show, as all our shows, is for informational purposes only, concerning Market Chameleon tools and products. With that, good Wednesday morning, Dima.
Well, how are you?
Good.
So today, let me share my screen here. Good morning, everyone. Um, and what we'll do is cover these upcoming earnings and analyze the stocks from the perspective of earnings moves. We're going to look at historical earnings moves. We're going to take a look at where the options are implying the next upcoming earnings move, and a way just to quickly run that analysis. So let's start out first to get to this page under earnings. We're going to come over here. On summary and tables, you click on it, come up to this page, upcoming earnings analysis, and this has different tabs. One is kind of a summary table, but we've covered this in the past. I'm going to go to the next tab for our purposes, this full report next 2 weeks. And this gives us a list, a data table, with a list of stocks that are expected to report earnings in the next 2 weeks. We do have filters above here to allow us to narrow down this table. There are two defaults. The stock price by default is set to above $25. You could change it, but because we're analyzing these upcoming earnings from the perspective of options and stock moves, we set it to $25. And also the average option volume is set to be above 2,000 contracts per day. So it's looking at stocks that have typically trading, that trade options volumes in at least on average 2,000 contracts per day, to give it a little bit, this list stocks with a little bit more liquidity in the options markets. So now we have this list below, and you could see that there are symbols on the first column, followed by the average daily option volume. So this allows you to quickly see, if the options volumes are on the high end or low end. This also gives us the next upcoming expected earnings date. And then it looks at the most current option straddle that covers earnings and calculates the implied percent move. Okay, that's the current implied move. So some of these stocks may not report earnings, for a couple days, a week, up to 2 weeks. So if you're looking at a straddle, a week away or 2 weeks away, keep in mind that that's also pricing in premium for trading activity even prior to earnings, because if you have an option that expires, let's say in a month, and the earnings are 2 weeks, that premium also accounts for trading days that anything could happen even prior to earnings and even after. So this is looking at just the raw straddle implied move. Now, next to it, we have historical data to help us compare the current market, where the markets are pricing, to what the stock did in prior earnings, and what the options look like relative to prior earnings. What were the options usually implying before an earnings announcement? And here we calculate some relative values, but to understand these, let's first go over these data points, and then we'll come back to this. Here we see what the historical data looks like for the previous 4 quarters. So in UNH, that's our first symbol. If you click on this, you'll get more data on that symbol. So you see it's United Healthcare Group in the healthcare industry. You have all these tabs, but in the last 4 quarters, on average, the stock moved up or down 5.8%. These are absolute values because when we're looking at an option straddle, this is looking at the magnitude of the move in either direction. So that averaged 5.8%. The largest move was 8.1% in those 4 quarters. And the lowest move was 3.4%. Okay, so that gives us an idea of how the stock moved in those last 4 quarters. What did the options imply? So on average, right before the earnings announcement, the straddle was pricing in a 4.1% move. Okay, that was the option premium. So you could see here that, if we looked at the average of the stock in the last 4 quarters, it had a larger average move than what was implied on average by the options markets. Options were underpriced on average. What if we expanded that to last 12 quarters? So last 12 quarters, you can see that average implied move was 3.4%. So a little bit. So the last 4 quarters, it went up. The average move in the last 12 quarters was 3.7%. So below that, the median move of the last 12 quarters was 3.1%, meaning half the moves were above 3.1, half the moves were below 3.1. The largest move was 8.1%, which happened in the last 4 quarters. And the lowest earnings move was almost unchanged, 0.3%. So now we get this average move, the range from high to low, the median move, and where the options tended to be priced right before earnings were announced. So this gives us a quick analysis to compare the historical data, the average, the ranges, the implied moves to where the straddle's currently priced at 4.7%. So we could see here that, it is priced on above the historical average implied moves. But if we compare it to the actual moves, last 4 quarters, the average was 5.8%, but in the last 12 quarters, the average was 3.7%. So we could see that the options markets priced the next straddle right in between the last 4 quarters and 12 quarters. Okay, so it said we might not be as high as the last 4 quarters, but maybe not as low as the last 12 quarters. So it gave it, looks to me like a weighted average between, or an average between the last 4 quarters and 12 quarters, right? So giving it a little bit more weight to the most recent data, right? So the most recent data is pulling up the longer term average, 4.7%, which seems probably like a reasonable, if we did just a simple forecasting model, that would be, where you think like, okay, that would be a starting point between, the most recent data and longer term. How does that 4.7% straddle compare to actual moves in the last 4 quarters? Well, that's what this is. So this is just really quickly making a calculation, the difference between the implied move in the last 4 quarters, actual earnings, the implied move in the last 12 quarters, earnings moves, and the implied move relative to the median of the 12 quarters. So now we could see that if we compared the straddle to the last 4 quarters, it's underpricing it by 1.1%. The last 12 quarters, it would be pricing it above 1.1%. And last 12 quarter median, it's above 1.7%. So here it's a mixed bag. It's pricing it right in between. Let's see the next one, or here's one, Goldman Sachs is coming up, right? So Goldman Sachs just reported. It's probably, let me see. So this is today before the market opens, right? So these are today's. If we click on this, so we could see here Goldman Sachs right now in the pre-markets trading up 3.7%. So let's close that. The straddle itself was pricing in 3.9% move up or down. So that's close to where we're trading right now in the pre-market. That the historical average move was up 3.5% in the last 4 quarters. The historical move in the last 12 quarters was up plus or minus 2.4%. So we can see that the straddle is kind of priced slightly above those averages. The implied moves, the historical implied moves in the last 12 quarters, the straddle was pricing 3.6%. Last 4 quarters, 3.5. So you could see slightly above the average here. So really here, it's just slightly above the average, but looks like close enough, to those averages. Keep in mind, these are averages, so there's ranges around them. But it's nothing that's significantly far away, right, from these averages. So that's quickly one way to go to a list of symbols, that we're expecting earnings coming up in the next 2 weeks, and start to look at it from the perspective of, well, what did the historicals look like relative to where the options are implying, or pricing the upcoming earnings moves. And if you're looking for something in specific, it could be in the sector, it could be in certain symbols, it could be your watch list, because you can use these filters up here. It could be, let's say S&P 500 companies, could fill those, or, Dow Jones companies. We could filter them down and look for something maybe that would interest us. You could filter down to the sector, and that will allow you to go and analyze these stocks further. So now we just have a more narrowed down candidates for potential earnings opportunities. Here we see, for example, Verizon, which is expected to report January 24th. And if we compare even the current straddle, which still has time to go, right? So now we still have, 9 days till January 24th. So the straddle currently is priced at 4.2%. But if we compare that to the actual historical moves, that's actually, even below those historical moves of 5.6%, 4.3%. But we also see that the straddles tend to be, it looks like, priced on the lower end prior to earnings. The implied of last 12 quarters, 3.8%, implied move last 4 quarters, 3.9%. So those are things that looking for where maybe straddles could be potentially priced on the lower end. In this situation, I don't see anything significantly higher on the higher end, maybe, this bone, but we still have some time to go. So Will, I think I'm gonna, and if you want to go further, you could just kind of click on here. It'll take you to another table that you could analyze option strategies, and you have all these other earnings analytics for that specific stock that you click on. However, I'm just going to stay on here today, not to get things confused.
All right, great. We'll pick it up tomorrow. It's The beginning of earnings week, really today. Usually they do it around the banks when they start really talking about the earnings. So we've got a couple weeks, maybe a month of big earnings. So great job, D, as always. Those who didn't catch Dimitri's webinar yesterday, it lives on Interactive Brokers. They have a library of all of our webinars. That was a great webinar. Lots of viewers and always good, D. Thanks so much.
Thanks, everyone. Stay safe out there. Have a great trading day.